everybody, this is Dodds Locks. Welcome to my channel and welcome to vlog 120 of the hashtag 365 hour series. Today I've got two of the same lock, two of these master locks, and they both work, but they both have very different bittings. So show you the keys. So that one, that looks like a bump key, doesn't it, if anything. Got that one. Yeah, so I'm going to put these in the box. I'm going to show the approach that I would have for both of these. So first of all, we'll go for this one. So we'll put it in the box that way, shall we? So this is the bump key one, bump key style. So that's got quite even key bitting. So you could approach this in a number of ways. It would rake open. Not the right tensioner. But I'm going to try and do it with a different tool. I normally do this with the Mint Tickler. I can get in this one real quick with the Mint Tickler, but for the purpose of the video, I'm going to try a snake rake with the top of the keyway. And because of the key being the way it is, I'm just going to go in fast and lift it slightly. I'm going to go in because of the key bitting, so I can hit them ones and come up. That's the idea. See if it works. So I'm going to go straight from pin 1, push down, and got that. I don't think I even got to the 4th pin. Just hit the first 3. Let's try that again. So I'm going to put pressure on the first pin, push down, and it's open. So that one, you're only really touching the first 3 pins. Hence it being such an easy lock to open. I use this one in the shorts for that reason. It's a fairly simple lock. So, however, this one's slightly different because of the key bitting. It's a bit more. You've got a high cut there, a couple of lows. You can't. I can try that same approach, but I don't think that approach will work the same in this lock. We will try. But there is another method that can be used for this one. So just try that first, see if that works. I'm pretty sure that won't work for this one. So push down. And that's not working. So because of the bitting, let's just show the bitting on that key again. Because we've got a high cut and a maximum high and low cut, so we've got a high cut and a maximum high cut, maximum low cut right next to each other. The first 2 pins are no problem. Realistically, we've just got to go in and we've got to push this 3rd pin up a little bit higher. So if we use a different rake, what I would normally use for something like this is the twin peak, because of them sharp points on the peaks. So I'll go in, set the first couple, and then push down real hard on the third one, and then rake. Try and touch that back pin if I can. He says. There we go. But actually, probably a better method for this one would be a bouncy method. So put the pick in, get it most of the way in the lock. I'm not going right to the back here. I'm not trying to touch that last pin, and then do a little bit of a bounce. Maybe I have to touch that back pin just to get down. That's it. Touch the back pin. No, maybe that bounce method does not work. Perhaps try that for the bottom of the keyway tension might work. Ah, there we go. So let's try that again. So I've just got in the first couple of pins, got the peaks in, but I've got to that front pin, give it a bounce. Always does this on the 2nd attempt, doesn't it? There we go. So yeah, we've got it open, but it's just sometimes if you've got the key and you're learning to practice, or you're practicing with your locks, use the key to your benefit, because you can figure out different techniques according to the bitting. So obviously the first technique that I used would not have worked with this because of this high cut pin and this low cut pin. Still had to touch that pin, I think. So yeah, I had to use 2 different. I can get these both open, but I've had to use different methods. I can't use the same method for both. Well, I might have been able to use the second method actually for the first one, I'm not sure, but my point is, different locks need different methods, so it's worthwhile just practicing with the locks that you got. Like I say, it doesn't matter if you've only got 1 or 2 locks. There's a number of ways of opening a lot of locks, especially standard security locks, which a lot of the locks that I open are. They're not too high security. I just like to open locks, and as many as I possibly can. But that's just another way of looking at it. If you're struggling with a lock and can't figure it out, try different tools that will fit the bit into the key. For example, you want to get something that fits the bit in the key. Look at that. Perfect, pretty much. So yeah, just an idea, a little technique that I'll use when I'm struggling with a lock sometimes, or I can't figure it out. You've seen on my vlogs, I'll just figure it out. I'll get as many tools in that lock and figure out the best way. There's usually a fastest way. That's it from me today. I hope everyone enjoyed that. I will see you all later.